And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson at the table with basketball royalty. Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Allie LaForce, our reporter. And here's a look at some numbers for Joel Embiid.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
And the starting group for Chicago. Kawhi Leonard out there with Nickeil Alexander-Walker. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Daniel Gafford. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for Charlotte, Trey Murphy out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Bradley Beal. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Mitchell in a shooting guard. And this game could be meaningful for both teams, Clark, in terms of playoff position.
I think you're right, and that's why I expect a real heated battle. I mean, no team wants to back into the playoffs. You want to come in on an uptick and playing good basketball.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to George. Puts up a 3. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Now here's Mitchell. The 3 is up. Pure from three-point range.
A volume shooter at the arc. Mitchell will rarely hesitate to take that.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Charles Lee. Allie, what do you have to offer?
I talked with him about Joel Embiid and asked him what he wants his team to do against him defensively. And he said, I told our big guys to play with physicality out there, but to also know when to go straight up and not let him bait us into silly fouls. It's not an easy assignment, but coach seemed confident in their chances of containing Joel. Guys?
Thank you for that, Allie. And that one's long. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Chicago Bulls. It's a 3-point game. George passes to Leonard. The 3. And he buries his first look.
You know, Leonard, very effective from downtown. That wasn't always the case. He's really worked to become a laser from 3.
Mitchell, the pass to Beal. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And it's good. Fought through contact, hit the shot, and will go to the line. Well, the last time the Bulls won a playoff series was back in 2015, Grant.
That was back when Butler and Rose were their leading scorers. And that just shows you just how long it's been. But they've been stuck in mediocrity ever since. And right now, they are desperate for a breakthrough season.
And so here is Chicago. Their last encounter was in Chicago.
They came away with an easy win last time, due in large part to their work on the glass.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meeting. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Now here's Hartenstein. Checking his numbers, he's put up a little over 9 points a game. Picked by Vucevic. Just 5 to shoot. Mitchell. Gafford grabs the miss.
Boy, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
Leonard against Mitchell. George for 3. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Smooth and consistent. That's how I describe George's three-point shooting.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Back to Beal. From deep. Leonard pulls down the board. For Chicago, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. To the inside. No stopping him there. Jams it in, and he's fouled. An opportunity in a 3-point play. That one on Mitchell. And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Well, with the Hornets, they're still seeking their first NBA title, Clark.
Yep, and you think about all the talent that's come through the Queen City, BA.
Timeout.
Playoff success has eluded them. I mean, hopefully it's just a matter of time before their fans have something to cheer about.
And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Just 2 games before the playoffs get going. Let's see how the field might look. You look at Chicago, this season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches. And of course there are the Hornets. Well, record-wise, not even in the same conversation.
Right now for Charlotte, they've had some terrific moments this season. But where's the big leap upward that we've been waiting for?
Yeah, and you know, we've seen them enough to know by now they're not going to make that switch from good to great at this point. Not this year anyway.
And so here is Chicago. After the basket by Charlotte. To the paint. Here's Embiid. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Embiid's got 5.
Pick and roll comes fairly easily to Embiid, taking what the defense gives him. He's a pretty intelligent baller.
Mitchell against Leonard. Here's Hartenstein. And Embiid with the block. Leonard outside. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. Clark, one of the league's premier scorers. Embiid does a lot of damage in the mid-range.
I tell you, for a guy as big as he is, I just marvel at his touch, his footwork, and the fact that he scores at all 3 levels. He scores at the rim, mid-range, he's dangerous, and then the three-point shot is one that he can knock down with decent regularity. So at his size, most would like to see him attack the rim more, but I still marvel at his versatility as a scorer. Clearly an MVP caliber talent now. Embiid continues to impress with his versatility on both ends. A man that big shouldn't be able to do the stuff that he does with the ball.
And Embiid drops them both.
He's one of the league's best free throw shooting bigs. A performance like this certainly proves it.
Beal, the pass to Vucevic. And Embiid with the block.
Big fella getting a little angry. Embiid, a force at the defensive end.
George finds Embiid, and it's in there. He's got 9.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Now here's Beal. Coming off a 22-point game against Sacramento. Gafford with the block. Alexander Walker, the pass to Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
And adding to this lead right now. Riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Impressive looks on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. And so it's Beal who brings up the ball for Charlotte. They trail by 9. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Yeah, and that's really inexcusable. I mean, there's just no way that you can justify that. When you don't put the work in on defense, you're going to end up on the losing end.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Charlotte. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Levine, he's checked in for Alexander Walker. And now a look at the leaderboard to see who has been racking up the most steals in the second half of the season. Kawhi Leonard, #1. The 4th spot held by Paul George.
Since the All-Star break, these two have been very stout defensively.
Hornets on D. 7-point differential. Levine against Mitchell. Out to Leonard. Clock at 6. Pass to Embiid. Let's go with a 3. Bradley Beal with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Mitchell against Levine. Here's Beal, and the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
And it's the Bulls' ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Levine. Now here's Embiid. To the inside. Here's George. And can't get it. He's now 1 of 3.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Vucevic. And the power finish by Vucevic.
Too easy for Vucevic. I mean, at his size and with his skill set, I mean, he's a threat down there.
Levine passes to Leonard. And here's Embiid. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's on Isaiah Hartenstein.
And good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
And something I remember from their last outing, he was excellent at the charity stripe.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. And, you know, with those numbers, he makes a defender hesitant to get too tight on him. I mean, he doesn't want to get whistled for the foul and put this guy on the line.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Free throw shooting is about mechanics, confidence, and your mental approach. He's locked in from there most every night.
Pass to Mitchell. Powers it home.
Oh, guys. I mean, this crowd is in awe of that Mitchell dunk. Heck, I'm in awe, too.
Gafford to screen. Levine with it. Guarded now by Mitchell. Levine passes to Gafford. The floater. Pass to Embiid. And he stays with it. They shoot again. No good on the shot. Nice D from Vucevic.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start.
Now here's Hartenstein. No made baskets yet. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Oh, and the jam by Levine.
And you see why Levine's been a hard, tough out in the slam dunk contest. Has a natural ability to entertain the audience, and that bounce and athleticism certainly doesn't hurt either.
Here's Beal. 5 points in the game. And it's Mitchell. The miss. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
We know Kawhi Leonard is a former Finals MVP. Jimmy Butler said, there are guys that are like, quote, I'm going to find the best way to win. In a 7-game series, I'm going to get the best of you in the end. Kawhi's definitely up there. Whatever he's got to do, he is going to find a way. And Brian, Butler would know a thing or two about that, wouldn't he?
Yeah, you know that. No question about his abilities. So it's the Hornets now. The Bulls making their last shot. Beal gets the bucket. Chicago leading by 6. Pass to Gafford. That's tipped. Vucevic with it. Gafford picks him up. Fast break. Here come the Hornets. Beal outside. Hartenstein a screen. Beal the pass to Hartenstein. 4 on the clock. Offline with a 3. Chicago has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Pass to Gafford. Back to George. Levine passes to Leonard. Shot left block. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
Boy, great effort on defense there against a guy who typically makes that.
Leonard against Beal. Vucevic, a screen on Leonard. Here's Beal, and he's headed to the line for 2. He gets the whistle there.
I like when Beal looks to score inside because it forces the D to get physical with him.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Bulls.
Their chemistry. That's what really stood out so far in this one to me. Look at the number of assists they've been able to rack up so far.
Another area they've excelled in is the points in the paint. They've been able to gouge the interior defense so far in this one.
Robinson, he's checked in for Chicago. Alexander Walker comes in for George. Now here's Alexander Walker. The D's right on him. Great D that time from Miller. From behind the arc. And it's Chicago with a board. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Outside Levine. Pass to Embiid. Fader on the way. The shot misses.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Murray deciding where to go with it. Up top Miller. Duran with it. And here's Miller. Covered by Alexander Walker. Baseline jumper. Leonard pulls down the board. And it's Leonard with the ball for Chicago. They lead by 4. Outside Levine. Pass to Embiid. Out to Leonard. They still need this. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Claw getting rid of it in a hurry. Nice quick release that time.
Obviously, everyone knows about the defense of Kawhi Leonard. But Grant, his shooting is overlooked.
Yeah, you know, he's at about 40% from 3 for his career. You combine that with his wing defense, you get a one-of-one player capable of carrying a team.
Chicago leading by 7. Pass to Levine. From downtown, and it's Leonard. That time on the assist by Levine. Leonard's got 9 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
Now here's Beal. He's got 10. Murray for 3. Leonard pulls down the board. Now here's Levine. Oh, wow! Oh,
watch out below.
Big finish.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
And, you know, nothing like getting an opponent on the ropes early. You love that if you're on that side of the scoreboard, and they are landing some haymakers now.
Now here's Alexander Walker. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside Robinson. Here's Embiid. Soft touch off the glass. And the Bulls lead by 14.
He's going off this quarter, a huge reason why this team is on top.
Murray finds Beal. Duran the screen to halt the run. Beal, that one's good. He's got 12.
I mean, capable of playing either guard position, Beal is especially difficult to contain in pick and rolls.
Leonard against Beal. To the middle. Embiid gets the bucket.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And so it's Chicago, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. They're getting quality looks, and that's why they're shooting at such a high clip. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a comfortable margin for the Bulls here, guys.
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
And, you know, for them, guys, it's all about tempo. Keep the pressure on and do so as much as possible.
Hornets trail by 14. Jalen Duran out there with Nikola Vucevic. Then there's Mitchell, then there's Trey Murphy, and it's Miller in at the point guard position. That's the group starting the second quarter for the Hornets. Outside Mitchell. Three-pointer off the mark.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Gafford with the bucket.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Tries it from 19. And it's Mitchell. The miss.
Well, the defense refusing to give up anything easy. Love seeing that kind of intensity.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Miller. And over the last 10 games, here's a look at the teams that have been putting up the most points. In third, the Bulls.
This team has been on an absolute tear offensively. It seems like they're able to find a shot every trip down.
Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. George passes to Alexander Walker. Takes it inside, and there's the rejection.
Yeah, anytime you put the ball up near Duren, there's a chance it ends up back in your face.
Pass to Mitchell for 3. Yes, sir! Mitchell from long range.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Levine with it. Launches it. Nails it from 3. Levine's got 7 points in the game.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
And the power finish by Vucevic.
I like Miller's vision. I mean, he sees the court well and makes really good decisions with the ball.
Miller against Levine. Inside, here's Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And, guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And, you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Miller finds Mitchell. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches, but the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run, and honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that.
Charlotte shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That free throw is good for Mitchell.
You know, I've got 2 words to describe Donovan Mitchell. Dynamic scorer. You put this man in just about any situation, and he'll find a shot no matter what.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Pass to Alexander Walker. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
You have to love the unselfishness on display there. Excellent passing.
Mitchell, the pass to Miller. Back to Mitchell. Duren with a screen on George. Robinson with the block. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Outside, Alexander Walker. And Trey Murphy is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. On defense, the Hornets. Down by 15. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Levine for 3.
Outstanding contest that time. Miller doing a good job defending without foul.
Pass to Vucevic. Back to Mitchell. Miller outside. Launches a 3. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Yeah, they've got a lot of terrain to make up, and shooting the 3-ball more consistently like they are now should help them do just that.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Coming off a win against the Blazers.
Talk about strong offensive production. They went out, played to their strengths, and were successful as a result.
Yeah, you know, not deviating from the game plan is critical. You got to trust in the system.
Some changes for Chicago. Embiid, he's checked in for Robinson, and Leonard subbed in for Levine. Leonard left side. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Brandon Miller.
Kawhi has a subtle and quiet way of consistently keeping the pressure on.
Chicago shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
First free throw is good. Over the past few seasons, we've seen a big youth movement in the NBA, Clark, with average age dropping to an all-time low.
Yeah, those are the facts, and it's great that there's so much talent. I don't dismiss or discount that at all, but you still have to have a level of value and appreciation for what experienced veterans can bring to your makeup and to your team. That experience is invaluable, and very few teams win at a high level without having a blend of young talent and talented experience, too. You know, when you talk Kawhi Leonard, you start with his defense, and I don't know if there's a better wing defender around.
Vucevic, a screen on Leonard. Oh, get up, Donovan. Wow.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Knocked loose. Pass to Vucevic. Here's Miller. Here's Mitchell. Coming off a 22-point game against Sacramento.
And he may have posed even more problems with his passing. They had to worry about him as a scorer and a distributor.
Leonard looking over the floor. Embiid with it. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Brandon Miller. That's foul number 2 for him.
Picking up his second foul here. Has to be careful because they can pile up quickly.
Pass to Gafford. Now Leonard. George outside. 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Embiid. Oh, a vicious move by Embiid.
Boxing out Embiid has to be a focal point for them, or else he'll continue to eat them up on the offensive glass.
Three-pointer, Vucevic. Rebound by the Bulls. Embiid's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Alexander Walker, the pass to Gafford. Now Embiid. Shoots over Duran. Embiid misses.
You got to move past that one. I mean, they'd want him to take that again.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
He is ferocious on alley-oops. With his good hands and wingspan, Duran makes for an easy target on the lob.
George against Mitchell. Here's Embiid. Getting it to fall there. He's 8 of 15 in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on it.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Now Leonard. 11 points in the game. Embiid, a screen on Miller. Leonard finds Embiid. Oh, nice job, Embiid.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Kawhi Leonard.
I don't think anyone expected to see his production drop off the way it has over the last few games. But I have to credit the defenses he's been facing. They've done their homework, and they're finding ways to hold him down. And now he needs to find new ways to beat them.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Beal. Ooh, nice D from George.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
With his diverse offensive game, 7 feet tall, maybe a little north of that, and 280 pounds, Embiid might be the toughest assignment in the league.
And their shots are dropping with more consistency now.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Here's Embiid. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hornets trail by 13. Murray finds Beal. Miller outside. Back to Beal. Pass to Miller. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 7 rebounds in the game. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, there are some players who felt the 65-game requirement for postseason awards was too high. The NBA's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, said, quote, "You're still allowed to miss 20% of the season. People pay to go, and they want to see their stars play." Brian, it's all about the fans.
True enough, Allie. Thanks.
DeJounte Murray does a nice job using that long frame of his to attract contact from the defense and still get it done.
For Chicago, Mitchell Robinson comes in for Gafford, and it's Levine in for Alexander Walker. Levine passes to Leonard. Murray against Embiid. Pass to George. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Well, you really have to like how George uses his body effectively down low there. I mean, the defense pretty much has no choice but to foul him in that situation.
And he's good on the second. Here's Murray. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Beal outside. Murray against Embiid. Back to Murray. Pass to Beal. Into the lane. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Paul George.
And there's just so much variety to Beal's game. I mean, he's great off the catch and in transition. And right there, making a play off the bounce.
And so it's George with it. He brings it up for the Chicago Bulls. Embiid with it. Defended by Murray. Leonard outside. It's hauled in by Beal. Hornets trail by 10. Down low. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Chicago's gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Oh, look at Embiid brushing off the hit.
Embiid, such a monster on the inside. He puts a lot of pressure on you.
Outside Mitchell. Hartenstein with a screen on Leonard to the paint. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
5 on the clock. Embiid finds Robinson. Over Hartenstein. And that one comes up a bit short.
When it goes in, it looks pretty. When it doesn't, you question the shot difficulty.
Out of bounds as Charlotte keeps possession.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 15. Pass to Miller. Levine with a steal. And up the court come the Bulls on the break. Levine, strong finisher.
I love it. Doing it at both ends of the floor. Levine's athleticism and anticipation is simply off the charts.
Back to Beal. Shoots over George. Beal's shot is off. Chicago leading by 12. Levine with it. Hartenstein covering. Pass to Leonard from the arc. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Levine's got his 4th assist in this one. Outside Murray. Here's Beal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Got to be cautious guarding Beal because he's skilled at drawing contact while shooting.
Nice work at the line so far, going 5 for 5.
And you love his aggressive approach offensively, drawing foul calls left and right.
And he clearly has been feeling it when he gets to that line. And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
What I admire about Beal is his work ethic, his desire to keep improving year after year.
And that trip coming up empty, missing both.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Hornets trail by 15. Inside. Here's Murray. The rebound by Embiid. Embiid's got rebound number 11. Here's George. Releases from the wing and drills it. George has got 6 points.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Joel Embiid, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Bulls. He put together 10 points in the quarter. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Joel, you hold the lead now, but how do you build on that as the game continues?
Just keep being aggressive, and I thought we did a good job defensively.
Okay, Allie, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the 3rd quarter.
Good to have you with us. With the season in its latter portion, let's look at the Eastern Conference playoff race.
Look here now at Charlotte. They've clearly taken a step back as a franchise. You hate to see that. But something isn't right with this team. I don't know if it's personnel, the coaching. They're going to have to make some changes in the offseason.
And now, how about that first half? Talk about a dominating display for the Bulls.
Well, they're playing bully ball inside, so much so that, Shaq, I'm going to let you take it.
Oh, yeah. 1-2. 1-2, 1-2, in the place to be, most definitely. They seize the paint like a MIC. Me and Ernie and Kenny.
Thanks for joining us. Time to head back over to the third quarter with Brian Anderson.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What else can you say? Joel Embiid, an impressive effort here today.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
And so Beal will bring it up for Charlotte. 17-point game. Second half underway. Here's who Billy Donovan's got on the floor. We've got Zach LaVine, Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Robinson in at the 5, down low. Here's LaVine. The Hornets pull it in.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
The 3 from Mitchell. That one falls. Coming off Beal's feed. He's got 18.
Mitchell has everything, including that 3-point shot.
Leonard outside. Pass to Embiid. The 3. On target from range. Embiid's got 30 points.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
Offensive rebound. And he banks in the layup.
Excellent activity and timing on the offensive glass. That's how you get extra possessions.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute played. Leonard finds some space. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Leonard's got 16 points. Pass to Beal. Vucevic, a screen on George. Here's Beal. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Paul George. This is his 5th trip to the free throw line. And he knocks down the first one. And Beal drops them both. 90 seconds into the second half now. LaVine against Mitchell. Pass to George. Wide open. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. And the Bulls lead by 17.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Back to Vucevic. To the middle. Grown man points from Donovan Mitchell.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
Vucevic against Embiid. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, what I respect about Embiid, in addition to his tremendous skill and size, is his willingness to keep working on himself. He's already an elite talent, but if he sees any room for improvement, he'll go to work to make it happen.
Beal, the pass to Hartenstein. Outside Mitchell. Robinson with the block. And he recovers it. Beal's shot is good.
We talk about guys with pure strokes. Beal's in that discussion.
Bulls leading by 14. Pass to Embiid. To the inside, Leonard. Good, and that makes him 6 for 9. A quality game for him so far.
This guy has been wreaking havoc out there the last couple games.
Well, he's done it again right there on the offensive glass. I mean, it's a great stretch that he's having here, and boy, I really admire his energy.
There's the three, and it's Chicago with a board. Embiid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Levine against Beal. To the middle. Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That one on Murphy.
George knows how to get his man to overcommit and off balance so he can draw the foul. He's got a number of sneaky veteran tricks that he effectively uses.
And this will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the game here.
Guys, he is close to where he was last year in that category, but his numbers are still down just a skosh.
And the first one at the line is good.
Paul George, one of the most versatile and dynamic players in the league. I mean, he does a lot for his team offensively and defensively, which I think frees up the other guys to do their thing.
George hits them both.
And man, looking good from the line so far this half.
100% since halftime. Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Outside Mitchell. That three's off the mark.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Beal against Leonard. Pass to Embiid. Just 4 to shoot. The Bulls need to get off a shot. Here's Levine. Yes, and it's Embiid picking up the assist. Levine's got 11.
Well, you know, this is the thing. When Levine's in rhythm, the shooting motion looks pure and effortless.
Beal outside. Driving inside. He hits the back iron and sinks it. Beal's got 7 points here in the quarter.
Boy, he's really been dominant in this one. Unfortunately, he hasn't had much help.
And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments. Gafford, he's checked in for Chicago. Alexander Walker comes in for Zach LaVine. Here's Alexander Walker. Pass to Gafford. Down low. Here's George. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Mitchell's got 4 rebounds now.
Hey, how about imagining if they were hitting their shots, how big the lead could be. But so far, that's not been the case.
It's Beal on the wing.
I'm open.
Vucevic, a screen on Leonard. 3-pointer, Beal. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 8 rebounds in the game. Leonard passes to Alexander Walker. Now here's Embiid, hounded by Beal. Embiid against Beal. And the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 7 points here in the quarter.
And Embiid has this shot in his bag. He's confident from that area.
Pass to Hartenstein. And here's Beal. George defending. George against Beal. And George with some nice D. With the floater. Oh, rejected by Beal. Back to Vucevic. Beal outside. Hartenstein with a screen on George. And Hartenstein slams it in.
You make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
Leonard passes to Alexander Walker. Here's Embiid. He's guarded by Hartenstein. And the basket by Embiid. Embiid's got 36 points.
Embiid with a major contribution thus far. He's a guy that can carry his team.
Mitchell, the pass to Beal. From the high post. And yep, a couple of bounces and it falls. Beal's got 23.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
Pass to Gafford. Leonard outside. And there's another one for the Bulls.
I like Leonard's shot right there. He's very comfortable from that distance.
Vucevic with it. Back to Beal.
Right here.
Hartenstein a screen. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
And they are in the top 10 in steals. This is a team that will force turnovers if you're careless with the ball.
And their low turnovers are a standout stat for them. They make smart, quick passes and do a good job protecting the ball from fast hands. And he makes a first. And Beal drops them both.
And we've seen some good free throw shooting in the second half.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
Vucevic with a steal. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take two free throws now. That's on Joel Embiid.
You know, very quietly, Vucevic puts up phenomenal numbers consistently. A nightly double-double threat who, bullies opposing defenses on the regular.
That free throw misses. And he sinks the second. Leonard with the ball. 20 points for him. Pass to Gafford. To the paint. Leonard, left side. All right, let's take a peek at the power forwards and centers who are the best at the line. These numbers since the break. In the third spot, Joel Embiid. And, of course, Nikola Vucevic.
And I love how these bigs take the touch they have in the paint straight to the free throw line.
It really does. I mean, defenders have to be a little more cautious than they would be ordinarily. Hack one of these fellas, and they'll cash in.
And he can't get the first one. Good on the second one. Hornets trail by 18. Back to Beal. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Beal's got 13 points here in the second half alone. George against Mitchell. Leonard on the wing. Kicks it to George. Gafford the screen. George's shot is off.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
And it's blocked by Embiid. George passes to Leonard. Now here's Gafford. Pass to Embiid. Shoots over Vucevic. And it's cleared by Vucevic. The Hornets have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter, 8 of 16. Beal into the lane. No luck on that one. Nice D from Gafford. Alexander Walker, the pass to George. And he drives in. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Pass to Mitchell. Oh, solid D from Leonard. And so it's Leonard who brings up the ball for the Bulls. The open J off the mark.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here he goes. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And so here is Chicago. They lead by 14. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. He wants to give them a breather and talk things over.
He recognized his players were fatigued and needed time to catch their breath.
For Chicago, Smith, he's checked in for Gafford. Zach LaVine comes in for Paul George. And it's Dunn in for Alexander Walker. LaVine passes to Smith. Dunn outside. Smith outside. Pass to Embiid. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Love the way Embiid knows how to play with force down low, which in turn makes the defense get physical with him.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Chicago?
Well, you know, they've been tremendous, I think, when it comes to sharing the basketball. You know, getting guys involved on the plays and creating offensive opportunities for everybody. Equal opportunity offense is fun to watch.
Yeah, they've also worked at pounding the ball inside. It gave them high percentage looks all game, and it's paid off.
Robinson, he's checked in for Chicago. Russell comes in for Dunn. Duren with a screen on Leonard. Miller, the pass to Duren. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson. Dunn, he's checked in for Chicago. LaVine against Beal. Just 5 to shoot. And Duren with the basket. On the assist by Beal.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Dunn, the pass to Leonard. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
Hornets trail by 14. Murray passes to Beal. Back to Murray. Beal against LaVine. Inside. Here's Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
Yeah, Beal with a great read out of the two-man game, just dropping a dime.
Dunn, the pass to Robinson. Leonard for 3. It's hauled in by Beal. Beal's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed. Love the confidence from this young man. Miller is so quick off the catch.
Pass to Embiid. Over Murray. And the shot no good, a bit short.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
And here's Beal. Duren with a screen on LaVine. Beal to pass to Duren. And the dunk by Duren.
It's obvious Beal is a bona fide scorer, but he's no ball hog. I mean, he's willing to set other people up, too.
To the middle. Here's Embiid. And it's good. Credit LaVine with the assist. Embiid's got 41.
His big night continues. He is fueling this lead.
LaVine against Beal. Duren with a screen on LaVine. Beal from outside. And the Hornets, another three. And so it's Chicago with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. Just pounding the painted area. That's helped him build an advantage. Back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist to the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. We've got Murray. Brandon Miller is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then it's Duren. That's the Hornets 5. Embiid, good.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Duren with a screen on Levine. Down low. And the dunk by Duren.
Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Embiid, a screen on Miller. Levine surveys the D. Just 5 on the clock. Misses off the right iron. Hornets trail by 6. Murray finds Miller. Fires the 3. Here's Duren. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That's on Joel Embiid.
And Duren doesn't fear the contact. In fact, he welcomes it when he's trying to score.
He does not get the second one. Chicago leading by 6. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Great teamwork on that drive. Punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Duren with a screen on George. Oh, Robinson with a block. They recover it. Here's Mitchell, plenty of space. Gets some space and buries the jumper. Mitchell's got 22.
Yeah, this is why defenses must be right up on Mitchell or he'll burn you off the pass.
And here's Levine. Embiid, a screen on Miller. Here's Levine for 3. They get the rebound.
Now that takes a skillful touch.
Yeah, excellent control to just ease the ball back up and in.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does.
And here's Duren for 3. Not going to go that time. The Bulls have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Look at Levine stretching his range.
1 triple for him in the first half. Now he's hit another.
And so Murray will bring it up for Charlotte. They trail by 11. Duren with a screen on George. A nice shot by Mitchell. Mitchell's got 9 points now in the second half.
Look at Mitchell's commitment to his shot. Doesn't let the contact slow him down.
Back to Levine. Pass to Embiid. Beyond the arc. And it's good. Credit Levine with the assist. Levine's got 8 assists in the game. And we've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. Looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Charles Lee said to the team. He said to them, "You guys look defeated out there. Wake up. This game is far from over, but I need you all to believe that. I need you to fight for one another right now."
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And a big finish by Robinson.
And good execution by Levine with the pass. I mean, showing improved leadership skills there.
Duren with a screen on Levine. Back to Murray. Three-pointer. Counted from distance.
And their perimeter shooting numbers have been up since the start of the second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
From the wing. And another one.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Just putting on a show. Mitchell against George. Duren with a screen on Levine. To the paint. And the dunk by Duren.
Hey, kept it simple. No reason to get fancy right now, B.A.
Yeah, he's just looking to find shots and produce for his team.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And yep, it's good. Embiid's got 52 points.
Boy, he's really been on a roll this quarter. Seems like everything he throws up is finding bottom.
Mitchell, the pass to Duren. Now Miller. From deep, Mitchell. George with the block.
George is versatile defensively, can guard multiple positions, and that versatility allowed him.
Oh, big time right there.
Nasty. Now that was a sweet move. I mean, lightning handles, yet completely under control and within himself.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Hornets trail by 13. Pass to Miller. Duren with a screen on Levine. And out of bounds, it'll be Chicago ball. Charlotte making some changes. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Duren. Nikola Vucevic, he's coming in for Murray. And it's Beal in for Miller. Gafford, he's checked in for Chicago. Kawhi Leonard comes in for Alexander Walker. Beal against Leonard. Here's Embiid. Basket counts. Embiid's got 54 points.
He's been perfect this quarter. They keep feeding him, and he keeps delivering.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Oh, they get a hand on it. Out on his own on the break. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
Known for being a terrific defender, once Leonard gets the steal, he's looking to take it himself all the way.
Outside Mitchell. Pass to Vucevic. Will it go? Again, the miss by the Hornets.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
You know, Zach LaVine is so energetic out there on the floor. You gotta love a guy who consistently plays at a very high effort level like that.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw is good.
You know, when you think of Zach LaVine, his scoring comes to mind immediately, but he also rebounds effectively and passes it pretty good, too.
Pass to Mitchell. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Outside Levine. Now Embiid. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Shot clock at 6. Here's George. And once again, off the mark by Chicago. Hornets trail by 18. Pass to Hartenstein. Vucevic against Gafford. Vucevic's shot is off. Chicago has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the fourth. Gafford with the ball. And it's cleared by Vucevic. Vucevic has got rebound number 8 here already in the game to end the cold spell. Beal's shot is off. Chicago leading by 18. Leonard right side. Back to Levine. George feels it out a bit. They get it again. Levine finds Embiid. He got it again! Sensational!
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Hardenstein passes to Beal. Now that we have a few years of reference, it's safe to say the NBA play-in tournament has been a roaring success, Grant.
Yeah, I agree, BA. And people forget it was created in the peak of the pandemic. The league set up a lifeline for teams that lost key players to COVID, but it has turned into something much, much greater.
Here's Levine for three. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Hardenstein's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Up top, Vucevic. Mitchell against Leonard to the inside. Here's Vucevic. Again, the miss by the Hornets.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
You know, guys, no denying it's been a rough patch here. I think they've got to run whatever is best in their playbook to get a good shot.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's really a tough call. One you don't like to see, but it was called, and now he's got to really make sure that he's on top of his game here in regards to not picking up another foul. That was his 5th right there.
And that's how you defend. Glad we had a chance to see a replay of that block again.
Yeah, good offense comes from great defense. This lead is only getting stronger with plays like that.
Outside Mitchell. They need this. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 11 rebounds in the game. Here's Levine for three. Nice shot there, making him 8 for 13.
That's his 3rd triple of the night, his 2nd since halftime.
Beal, the pass to Vucevic. Now here's George. Pass to Embiid. Inside. It's stolen by Leonard. Oh, got a piece of it. Vucevic with a steal. Mitchell against George. 3-pointer. Beal. That one's good. Mitchell making the play. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game.
Beal's got such a fluid shooting motion. It really helps him on those catch-and-shoot opportunities.
Fades back. Embiid misses.
Unnecessary to go to the fadeaway there. It wasn't needed. Could have just kept it simple and taken the easy shot.
Vucevic against Leonard. And Grant, while we want the officials to get it right, I'm sure the league would like to shorten that time officials are at the table.
Tell me about it. You wonder if a time limit should be instituted. If they can't figure it out after a minute or so, just go with how it was called on the floor.
Screen by Embiid to the paint. Hits yet again. Wow!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. Vucevic, a screen on George. Here's Beal. Count it, and the foul. George. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
Never good to lose a player to fouls, but fortunately, he's not the only talent they have. They've got other guys that can fill his spot.
Chicago leading by 19.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Bulls.
They made a point to get some good looks.
Yes, they were able to pound the ball inside. I love it.
No surprise, another victory for these guys who have been on a tear all year long. They've now won 62 games.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
Yep, but 2 more to go before the end of the season, and they'll obviously be very confident heading into those 2 games.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Joel Embiid.
Boy, he was absolutely relentless at the offensive end, guys. Smelled blood and went for it.
Bradley Beal with a rebound. And it's Beal with the ball for Charlotte. Down low. And Hardenstein slams it in.
This is something Mitchell is only getting better at, finding ways to get his guys good shots.
Leonard outside, all alone. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what, and they got it done.
So no problem for Chicago as they get the win. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in and cruise to the type of victory like we saw tonight.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Well, Paul, this team seems to be rounding into shape. What is your sense of the chemistry right now?
Really good, real beneficial. It's great that we was able to pick this win up. That's what it's about. We don't care if it's a blowout or if it's a close one. We need to learn how to do both. So it's great. We were able to pick this up. Good quality team win.
Good luck on continuing to build that chemistry.
All right, Allie, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And now, time for our player of the game, Joel Embiid.